Hey, click like, click share. I'm Sugar. Trying to let some of you guys know. So I was saying on the last vlog in regards to some of the perfume. I go on Peyton Charles' website, her YouTube channel, and I watch her regularly, and she's always recommending some great stuff. And like I said, she recommended the House of Siage. And I went on there and I bought the trial size to see which one of the perfumes that I wanted. They didn't have it, so they have two sample things. So I ordered the Whispers sample, and then when they came into stock with the major brands that they had, I quickly went on the website and purchased the main samples. So like I said, they smell great. I showed it to you. I showed it to you before on the last vlog. They smell great. It comes in sample sizes like this, and pick any one. Any one of them is. All of them smell great. They're very expensive though. They're very expensive perfumes, but to me, like Peyton said, it's worth it. It's really worth it. Um, because it's on another level of perfume. You be think, oh, yeah, yeah, these are. She also recommended Baccarat Rouge. This is $1,200, ladies and gentlemen. Um, I I got a little connection, so I can give it to you for 1,000. But this here, yes, $1,200. Then Peyton also recommended this. She recommended that because she's into perfumes. So I'm like, okay, Peyton, what's next? So I ordered some of the other stuff that she recommended, but it didn't quite come yet. So but I ordered the Baccarat. I used it. I liked it, so I ordered the big one, and I ordered, like I said, I have connections, so I can get it for 1,000. I can get it for $1,000 for you guys or whatever, but they're pretty expensive. This Chanel Maria Dragonova recommended this. You can go on her YouTube channel. She this is Chanel number 5. She was doing a vlog one day, and she was just saying that they sent out a flyer, they sent out an email how I was going to have a sale, because these kind of sales, like for Chanel and stuff, you have to be put on a list. You can't just walk in the store and say, okay. So they had the new brand, and they sent out a list, and you had to say you're coming or you're not coming, because if you say you're not coming and you show up, they wasn't letting you in, according to Maria. And she went, and I think something happened and she didn't, but the next day she went to get her Chanel, and she bought a couple of things. So I haven't tried the Chanel yet, but I'm sure it smells great. So that I bought because of Maria Dragonova. Um, oh, this bag. Teresa Roma recommended this bag. So I purchased it. And I'm like, okay. So I bought this because of Teresa. She recommended this. So I said, okay, let me, because these are the people I look to, because, they straight shooters. They're not trying to just get a buck off of YouTube. They really, whatever they recommend, I'm like, okay. And if I want that at the time, I'm gonna buy it. So Teresa recommended this bag. So I said, okay, if Teresa recommended it, you know, I went and I got it. Another good person that you can look to is the Maven. She gives really, really good recommendation. The Chic Maven. She only wears designer, and she gives very good recommendation of that designer, and her stuff is the real deal. You know, you see other people's stuff, you know it's not real or whatever, but the Maven, the Chic Maven, yes, she dressed impeccably. She gives good tips. She gives good ideas. She gets the real deal stuff, and it looks really well on her. And her show is fun. It's very interesting, and you know, I'm diverse in who I watch. I don't just watch one person. I'm very diverse. I'm waiting for my other baccarat rules. I ordered quite a few, so I'm waiting for that. And I didn't even use this one yet. But anyway, I'm gonna. It's supposed to be in past. Somebody came look at it. But yeah, I'm waiting for the rest of my baccarat. I'm waiting for the other stuff that Peyton and the other girls recommended, but mostly Peyton. And yeah, so some of the stuff I was watching Alana's show, Alana Noel. I was watching Alana's shows the other day, and she bought some of the stuff I have, because she came to my B&B, her and 5 other girls, about a year and a half ago. She came to my spot, and they rented it it was for the New Year's. She came to New York for the New Year's holiday, and her and some friends, and she bought some of the stuff I have in my house. She bought the drink maker that I have, and if you go on her show, one of her shows, you will see her unboxing the drink maker and things like that. And yeah. I showed you the drink maker before, right? Okay, let me show you. Okay. No, you can't. Can you see it? Oh, you can't. You can't really see it. No, they're fixing. You can't really see it. Let me see. And you can't really put on the lights while you film. Can you? No. So they're doing something with the lights around here, So, but yeah, that and yeah. So that makes the drinks, and because I was going to get the Keurig one because I'm a Keurig fan. I buy most of their coffee makers and their coffees. So I was going to get that one. So I told my sister, I said, okay, can you get me the Keurig drink maker, the drink Rex? And she's like, oh, it's a bit expensive because it's like $400. Because I had in mind that I would get one. Hold on one second. I had an idea that, excuse me. I had an idea that I would get both, but I would ask my sister for one as a Christmas gift or a birthday gift, and I would get one. Or I would ask my son or whatever. So I asked my sister to get me the drink works. And it's a bit expensive, But I bought the Bartesian. I bought the Bartesian, and Alana, I, I guess she found out I bought one, or she saw it, or whatever, and then she got one. And then I have the Christmas guys. I have the ladder with the Santa going up. I still have it out because I love it so much. I leave it out on my table all throughout the whole year. I leave it out. And she saw that she got one. So she has a, and then I have some black and white balls that I bought from Wayfair. She got that. So, so when people recommend stuff that I trust and stuff like that, I go buy it. And, you know, sometimes the same thing with me. People see me recommend stuff or see me have stuff and they like it, and they like, I know Sugar's not gonna buy no garbage and keep in her house or whatever. So let me get that. So a couple of people did that. So I just wanted to let you know that I do watch other people on YouTube, and I'm trying to get I'm trying to get to know some of the other girls. I tried watching some of the other stuff, but it was a bit too young for me. So, I try to be very open-minded, but it wasn't really my cup of tea. It was good for, what it was. But I just, I'm trying not to just stick on certain people I'm comfortable with. I'm trying to go around YouTube and look at everybody and give the show a chance and everything. Like Gargana, Ivanova. She was from New York, but she moved to Miami now. And so I try to give these girls and guys, because I watch Shine Story. Sometimes it's hard for me to watch that because he has my uncle's nickname and so happened to be Trinidadian. So I'm kind of wondering, because my Uncle Ben had that name ever since I was little. And at first when I heard his show, I'm like, Shine? The only one Shine I know up in Trinidad, that's my uncle. So I was like, at first I was pissed off. I'm like, who's this guy taking my uncle's name? And so I watch his show, and I do enjoy his show because like him and the chef guy, the Indian chef guy from Trinidad, he goes around Trinidad and shows you where to eat and stuff like that. So I enjoy Shine's show because it takes you around Trinidad and it takes you to places that you wouldn't think of going, and I'm glad he's doing that, now that I'm over the fact, but yeah, my uncle meant a lot to me. Why? Because he was my grandmother's one, favorite. My uncle was my grandmother's favorite boy. And he and his kids, she really loved his kids. And every time, my grandmother, the type of grandmother that when she bought for one grandkid, she bought for all. And they wasn't even around us. They was on the other side of Brooklyn with their family. You understand? It was me, my cousin, my sister, that was raised directly with me and my two cousins, me and my three cousins. We was raised directly by my grandmother. But my other cousins, was raised by their mom or my uncles or whatever the case may be. And but my grandmother wasn't playing. She bought something for us who at home with her. She bought for all the grandkids. You understand? But for some reason, even though we was there with her, my uncle Carlton Shine, my uncle Shine, his kids was her favorite. And then my other uncle, his kids, Nicole and I'm like, okay, well, but I guess she gave out more love to them because we always get it every day. And they was living with their mom and stuff like that. But yeah, my uncle Shine, that was, and he was the baby, and but he was close to my grandmother. He took care of my grandmother when she went back down to Trinidad, and he stuck by her. So he always have a special place in my heart. I mean, me and him used to not get along because West Indians, they always calling you for money, and I used to tell my mother, I am not giving a grown man no money, and it's not that I hate him or nothing. It's just that being in the West Indies, they are so relaxed, and you up here grinding, and then you go on vacation and you see them drinking and liming, because they call it lime in Trinidad. And you see them drinking and liming and smoking their weed and stuff like that. And you're like, hold up, I'm dredging through snow. You asking me to send you stuff. And and I told my mother, do not ask me for no more money to send to my uncle. I swear, do not, and because, in the islands, you relax. It's not as fast paced as up here. So maybe you do work, but, it's always a relaxed environment. And for New Yorkers, that is very frustrating, because now we're so keen to the fast life that we can't remember how it was to relax and work and enjoy your work and enjoy your playtime. So I went down to Trinidad a couple of times. I'm like, do not ask me to send nobody no money no more down here. I am not. So I don't know if his kids felt that I didn't like him or he felt I didn't like. But me and him still talk, because when I go down there, he picked me up from the airport. He would drive me all over the place. He would, he would do stuff, mostly sometimes with his hands out, because he got to pay people to drive me around, or, whatever. But we always was together when I go to Trinidad. So it wasn't no animosity. It was just that me in a New York mindset of busting my tail. And I'm like, no, I am not sending nobody back. No, I'm not doing it. But, yeah, I miss my uncle. I loved him so much because, at the end of my grandmother's life, he was there for my grandmother. I mean, all through her life, they was like this. She go to Trinidad, he be there, and taking care of her, going to groceries for her, whatever, making sure she's good. Her and my grandfather and stuff like. He was the only one that stuck by her no matter what. My mother, she gets irritated sometimes, back and forth. And my uncle, but my uncle Shine, oh my God, you can say nothing bad about her. You can say nothing bad about him in front of my grandmother. She wasn't having it. And the same thing with my uncle. And I miss him so much. But so when I heard this guy got my uncle's name, I was pissed off. I'm like, who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this Shine? Let me watch his show. I mean, he's a great guy. He's a great father, because he's always with his son and he does a good job or anything. But yeah, I was kind of pissed off. I'm like, this motherfucker stealing my uncle's name. But it could be more than one Shine, I guess. But the Shine I know, he was happy go lucky, just like this. And it's amazing, him and this guy have similar attitudes. They're relaxed, they love their children, always with their kids, and they knew my uncle knew everybody. So when you see that guy, you see my uncle. If you like him, you're gonna love my uncle, because similar personalities. My uncle knew everybody. He knew everywhere in Trinidad. He loved being with his children. He loved his children. He was a great uncle. But so now I'm kind of getting over that, because I miss my uncle. But I'm sorry. Every time I talk about him, it's like, I love him so much because he took so good care of my grandmother. My grandmother was my everything. She raised me from day one. You hear me? When my mother was young, my mother took me to my grandmother's house. And my grandmother raised me from a little girl. And she gave me everything. Everything. My clothes, the way I dress, the love of fashion, the love of keeping a house clean, I'm sorry, everything. How to cook, how to prepare for your husband, and he was toe to toe with my grandmother, so that's why I loved him so much. Sometimes people wouldn't think, they wouldn't think that, but yeah, I really loved him. But anyway, yeah, so I go into other websites and I see things. And like I said, Alana Noel came here with her 5 friends and spent um, um, a night, the New Year's Eve to New Year's Day, on her 5 friends. And so I enjoyed having people. Here. I'm sorry to get so emotional. It's very hard. But yeah, I watch other people. I take the recommendations very seriously. I try it, and then I say, yeah, And a couple of times they recommended stuff, and I bought it, and it was good. So I know they don't recommend a whole bunch of. I know they don't recommend crap. For the ones that I take their recommendations from. I know they don't recommend trash. So the perfumes I ordered some more of the Baccarat. I ordered some other stuff for the guys. I ordered but I still can't get my perfume out. It's taking forever. So I just wanted to say that some people on YouTube take their stuff seriously, and they recommend good stuff. And I'm a gadget person. I love gadgets. If you look around my home, you will see a lot of gadgets like this. I know this is a speaker. It's from Harman. I bought it from T-Mobile. Sprint had it at first, and my cousin Keisha had one, and but she had the old version. She had the 4. I think I have the 6 because it looks totally different. The 4 looked different from the 5 and the 6. So I bought the upgraded one because I went to her house one day because something was always going wrong with her phone. So she's always taking me to the Sprint, and I would look around to see her. I said, oh, so one day I said, oh, this speaker is nice, blah 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 blah. So the next thing I know, Keisha had it. So I listened to it. It was nice in the thing in the store, but then I went to Keisha's house and it sounded really good. So I said, I'm gonna get that. But I didn't get it right away. So then because I like stuff, but if I have to pay my money for it, I like to get it after all the kinks comes out. So I'll get the upgraded version. Unless somebody sends me the stuff just to try it out, then I'll do that. But if I have to pay my money for it and something just came out, I'm gonna wait to, with electronics. And so then T-Mobile, who joined with Sprint, I've been with T-Mobile for so many years. They're a great company. And again, I'm not getting any money for this promo from T-Mobile. I mean, I have a link if you want to click my link so I can get a couple of dollars off my bill or whatever. You can click the link, click the link and it take you, and I get a couple of dollars off. You get a couple of dollars off. They'll know that I recommended you or whatever. But they're not paying me for this. I've been with that company for about over 20 years. Why? Because other companies came, other companies their bill is like 1 minute is $50, the next minute is $300. You never know with other companies. So cause I hear all my friends and family complaining, oh, why is my bill so and so and so? And Keisha, she's one of them. She was with Sprint at the time, and I'm like, I'm sticking with T-Mobile. You pay one price, and you get unlimited text, unlimited minutes. You get Wi-Fi, plus you get free Netflix. Then you had another channel that you would get. They give the customer stuff. You had Netflix, then they had one other channel that you was getting free. I forgot that the other channel, but they give you actual stuff that you can get. I get free, not free. I pay $10. I pay $10 for my Netflix. So but yeah. So they give you great stuff, and I can call as many times and as many people, whatever, and I pay every month. I can expect to pay the same bill. You understand? Because I took the unlimited plan. Unlimited. I told them give me unlimited everything. You know, I got 4 phones on the line, and I paid less than $200. Well, now because somebody was trying to steal my money. On. It's a long story. Yeah, every month. I pay the same bill every month. I mean, from now on. Back then, but like I said, somebody did something they wasn't supposed to. But every month, same bill, same bill, same bill. Every month. Unlimited text. You can call 4,000 times. You can text 4,000 times. You can do whatever 4,000 times. And $1.50, $1.40. Whatever I'm paying every month, you can count on it. No matter how much you. So when I hear people saying, "Oh, I gotta buy," I'm going over my limit, and I be telling people join T-Mobile. It's a great plan, you know. So a couple of people joined because I did, and I did get a little discount. So you can try that. You can ask me for my link, or I'll see if I can put my T-Mobile link underneath one of my videos. And another thing, who else? Then I buy from Tory Burch. Why? Because her stuff is great. Good quality. I think I showed you her coat that I bought. I have several of her glasses. It's in the mid-range level. It's not quite up there, but it's there. That's Tory Burch is. Let me tell you, Tory Burch is like people who go to the Hamptons and wear casual stuff. Her stuff is considered casual. Her stuff like range like $300-$400. You understand? That's casual for people up in the Hamptons. You understand? But I have few of her pieces. I have several of her bags. I got like 5 of her bags. I got and a backpack and a coat now. You understand? Then I have her slippers. I have her sneakers. Very, very good quality. And then with Coach, when I was working, my friend Officer Johnson used to always be buying Coach every time she get paid. And I'm like, okay, so what's up with the Coach? So then I saw one of my nieces wore a Coach boots. I'm like, oh, those are high, because at far distances it looked like Gucci. You understand? When she came closer, I said, those are high. What are they? She said, oh, these are Coach boots. I said, what? I gotta get me those. And then I noticed with Coach, their quality is really good. The design is really good. And now they're even getting better with the design and the quality. I'm like, all right. So I bought a couple of Coach stuff, and I got that. So those are how I pick and choose what I'm going to get, or if I need it or whatever. And I'm an accessory person. I like shades. So I have a lot of shades. You understand? I have Gucci, Versace. My baby father told me about Tom Ford. So I got a couple of Tom Fords to put in the shop. I got every designer glasses I got, because I like accessories. I like bags, belts, eyewear, stuff like that. Those I go directly to the shop and I get it. I go on ToryBurch.com. I go on if they have a sale, like in some of the top notch sales stores, the Saks and stuff like that. I get like my eyewear and things like that. And the Gucci side, I just go to the Gucci, or I look on the website, and I look on the website, or I look around to see who is selling Gucci's for sale or whatever. But I go to reputable sites. I don't just go to any old site or Amazon. No, I don't. Not for certain brands. No, because I want real stuff. I don't want any fakes. I don't want any fake Gucci bags or anything like that. So, but a couple of people was asking me because they told me, they said, "Oh, I can't afford the real thing. Do you know of anywhere I can get stuff that look real?" So, a friend of mine, he used to live in I'm giving you all my thing. A friend of mine, he used to live in China a very long time. He's American, but he lived in China a very long time. So, he got to know the environment of China, and so he knows all the great manufacturers who actually make for the brand itself, because there's a lot of brands they're made in China. You understand? So he gave me the connection for that. You understand? And I told him, I said, okay, I'll try to hook you up, but I'm not claiming it's real, because I can't say, oh, it's real. Yes, it's from the same manufacturer. Yes, it's from the same factory, but I can't say it's real unless you buy it out the Gucci store. But if you want me to get it, I can get it. I'm not claiming that. I ain't trying to have nobody come after me. You understand? But the clothes items, yes, I can think that, because the material is sold. You have to have a license to buy the real materials to make the clothes and stuff like that. So those are the people I'm hooked up. When you see my clothes, those are the people I'm hooked up with the clothes. But the bags and stuff like that, I'm not claiming that, because um I prefer people just go to the store. I mean, you go to the store and spend a couple of bucks like that. But if you want, I can get as close as you can get it. But I'm not claiming it. I'm not telling you it's real, because I can't. And that's just for legal reasons. Yeah, he lived in China for a lot of years, and he got to know a lot of people. So he knows which factory makes what, when he got to know which factory makes what. And he called whoever, and they gave me a couple of good leads on where to get the stuff. So, cause my son yesterday, he's like, "Ma, I ain't tell these people." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm telling them." I'm like, "Listen, I can't claim